Hello and welcome. Today I want to show you how to open a split ring. Many times when we're tatting split rings, it's because it's called for in the pattern. Alright, and it'll have picots on the sides. However, if you're making a split ring chain, you may not have picots on the side. If not, you're going to have to dig in between the two double stitches. As I said on the opening the ring video, when doing this process and there's not a picot to go in through, put a band-aid on your finger with the padded side up here where you're going to be opening that ring, or a piece of tape with some cotton ball under it for the padding here, because going between double stitches without a picot will drive this crochet hook in to your delicate skin here on your finger pads because you slip. Okay, it's a hard thing to avoid. I mean, you've really got to take pains to open that ring. So, word for wise, until you get used to opening rings, put you some padding between you and the skin. Okay, between you and the tatting, I mean, so that you don't drive that crochet hook into your finger, because once you do, you have to pull it out and then you are going to bleed all over your tatting. Blood is one of the hardest things to get out of lace. Should you accidentally get blood on your lace from an accident, here is a little trick. Peroxide removes it. I mean, even down into the grooves. Soak it in a bit of peroxide. Peroxide's good for any protein stain. So, and blood is number one. You got blood on anything, to get rid of it, put it in peroxide. It eats it away. So, with that in mind, now we're going to move on and I'm going to show you how to open a closed split ring. It's basically the same way as a closed ring. The difference is you start with the last side that was tatted first. Alright, so let's get on with it. First thing we're going to do, go down into that picot. Let me zoom this camera in for you so we can get a close-up shot of what I'm doing. Alright, we've got the picot right here. Alright, we're going to go down through it. Once you go down through it, come up through the ring. See that? Now, what I do, okay, because I've been tatting for a while, I take my crochet hook and let it do the work for me by spreading that apart, so I don't have to really work hard to get that core thread. I just slide it on up the crochet hook and let the crochet hook separate the stitches while I'm holding that ring to keep anything from flipping out of place. Once you get that thread, the core thread up, then you want to do as if in a normal ring, pull it up. Get as much up as you can through here. Alright. Grab your hackle pliers, see them? Or your crosshatch tweezers that beaters use. One or the other is fine. This video I'm going to use these. The crosshatch. Alright, I think that's what they're called. I'll have to look that up again. I can't remember. Yes, I'm getting old, folks. You know how memory is the first thing that goes? So, but just remember this. Muscle memory never goes, and that's what tatting is all about. So you'll be able to tat, you just won't know what you're doing. Okay? So, once we get enough of that core thread out, again, down here at the base, where the ring, two sides of the split ring meet, you want to separate. Okay? Now this last double stitch on a split ring, it flips. Alright, so you got to be mindful of that. Try to keep it from flipping. If it does, you can straighten it out later on. Right now we just want that core thread. That flip double stitch doesn't really bother us right now, because what we're going to do is open it up and pull that thread that we pulled up through that picot See it? See how it's coming up? There we go. See? Now we've got our picot back. It's right there. Now what I do at this point, okay, is I loop that back on my hand as if I was going to tat it. And same thing with the closed ring. I pull that up tight to flip that stitch back. Alright, then you can open up and give yourself more room. That way you can hold the whole ring. Alright, give yourself plenty of room to work. This white thread is not the thread we're taking out first, because you back it out where you ended last. This was the last side tatted here, the orange. So on a split ring, the left side of your tatting, if you're right-handed, will be the last side tatted. If you're left-handed, it will be the right side that's tatted last. That's only on split rings. So then we grab our deadly device, the crochet hook, and we begin to remove these double stitches one at a time. But we go under the cap. Alright, then we're going to back that stitch out. Then the second half is real easy to take out. Okay, there's the second half. And then you would move on to the rest of your stitches. Once you get up here, then you can start to remove the other side. Alright? It makes it easier if you back it out where you ended. Alright? That way you can keep track of what you're doing. Okay? So I hope that helps you on how to open a split ring. I'm going to get into some more videos on different joins later on. Right now I'm trying to get the 10,000 questions that were left behind caught up. The next video is going to be, let's see, probably going to do beads on the next video. It'll probably be a series of bead videos, so I can show you how to add beads to your work in different situations. So, until next time, I hope you've learned something. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and happy tatting.